According to the National Transportation Safety Board, almost 10,000 people die each year in an accident involving alcohol.
Now, to put this in better perspective, since our newscast began at 5 o'clock, somewhere in this country, one person has died. It happens every 53 minutes. The NTSB has a plan to change that. For some of you, it means just one drink would push you over the legal limit. So 10 on Your Side asks, is one drink too many? Ann McNamara is here with some eye-opening numbers. Ann?
Tom, the opposition asks, how low are we going to go? Some of our viewers may remember when the legal limit was 0.10. It took an NTSB recommendation and 20 years to get all the states to adopt our current 0.08. Well, now the NTSB is trying to get that limit even lower.
How many drinks does it take before you feel buzzed? Statistics show that feeling hits most people when they're already over the legal limit for driving.
A couple of drinks and you start to have a little bit of dizziness in your head. You probably seem to walk fine to everybody else, but you don't feel right.
Officer Colin Mack sees it every day on the streets of Virginia Beach. He specializes in DUI arrests. According to Virginia state law, officers can arrest drivers who show impairment at levels of 0.06 and 0.07, even though they aren't quite up to the legal limit of 0.08. If a driver has a BAC of 0.05, state law says the driver is good to go. Mack says not so fast.
You'd be surprised how many people at a lower BAC probably shouldn't be driving.
In May, the National Transportation Safety Board released a strong recommendation to lower the legal limit to 0.05. But that recommendation met harsh opposition nationwide, primarily from businesses.
Nice folks will come out for a glass of wine, 1.5 glasses per person. Those will be over. So next thing you know, everybody will be out of business.
Carter Turpin, owner of Rudy's on the Inlet, believes the new recommendation is targeting the casual drinkers instead of habitual offenders. His staff is trained by an ex-ABC agent. Servers are taught to look for signs of impairment. But at the level of 0.05, those signs are harder to see.
Okay, if you're 100 pounds and female, it's going to be one glass of wine in 1 hour. So you can't even go out and have a nice glass of a bottle of wine with your husband.
It won't work. It just won't work.
Kay Walsh lost her only daughter, Robin, to a habitual offender on his 3rd DUI. Since that awful day, she and her husband, Bob, have spent most of their time educating others.
So we're going to start the drink time for 7 o'clock in the evening.
They use tools like the Intoxiclock at schools and military bases to show how quickly blood alcohol levels can rise.
Your BAC is not going to be down to zero until 10 o'clock in the morning, even though you started drinking at 7 o'clock at night.
Walsh says lowering the legal limit is not the answer to saving other children. Enforcing the current law is.
Judges will laugh at that.
You really believe?
Yes, I do. They laugh at a 0.08. You know, they may not have a smile on their face, but their ruling shows it.
Through Matt's court monitoring program, Walsh has observed what she calls a disturbing trend. She says drivers with BACs lower than 0.10 are often let off the hook, and in many cases, their DUI charges are reduced to reckless driving.
They already ignore a 0.08. I don't understand how they think a 0.05 is going to help.
But with more than 200 alcohol-related deaths on Virginia roads each year, Officer Mack says the recommendation is worth a shot, even if it saves just one life.
I think that if you were to lower the BAC, the streets would definitely be safer. Is society ready for that? I don't know.
Are you ready? The NTSB can only make recommendations. It's up to each state and each legislature to adopt the changes. So far, there's no talk of it, but as Officer Mack said, it doesn't mean it won't happen. I'm Ann McNamara, 10 on Your Side.